Okay, 10 seconds.
I promise to take you to the most wonderful places on earth, dear. If I can take her in this creation, it must be love.
Join Comedian Reviews crew. Have you not joined the membership yet? Take a few seconds and just hit the join button. It's very easy to do. Just select the join button. It will take you here. And as you'll see, you'll be able to join different tiers of the membership. As a member, you are also able to choose emojis that I created just for us. What is up? Hey, everybody out there. What's good? Comedian Reviews crew. I can't talk today. I'm sorry, y'all. What's going on? Today I gave y'all a little special treat. Now, this doesn't happen often with me, but that's why I feel so cool with this season. But everyone was talking about the last episode of Ready to Love when Chrisantheium was eliminated, and everybody had something to say, including Chrisantheium, but she hadn't spoke out about it. She hadn't said anything about it. And I know she has a lot to say, and I want her to say what she want to say. She got free reign. You know, I'm not tripping about nothing. So it's a treat. And I'm going to say this again for y'all in the back who don't understand. Her time is very short, so she's not going to be having no hour or anything. So it's going to be like, look, I'm a very blunt person. She is as well. We going to say what you got to say. Y'all going to ask me a few questions if you are here. If you are here in the chat, especially if you are a member, you can ask a few questions. But other than that, I really just want her to have the floor and say what she got to say. And I respect her like that too. And plus, I want to hear what she got to say too. Anyway, without further ado, let's bring the queen on back again.
Yeah.
You know I ain't got it.
Yeah, you know I hate interviews.
Look, I just saw that. Look, I just saw a clip. I said, wait a minute, I should have had that sound bite.
Right.
I just heard that to my head.
They tried it. Oh, sorry, my nose running.
Exactly. That's a lie right there. But anyway, so we're gonna get into first the elimination because I know you had some things to say about that.
Yeah.
She didn't tell me, y'all, just so y'all know. I don't know. But
what you got?
I want her to have the floor and say what she got to say, but she got some things to say because everybody had a surprise or ooh, I can't, and all this kind of whatever. So
and they can wait. Everybody was like, about time. I'm just like,
yes.
They barely showed me.
Well, so what go ahead, mama. You got the floor.
Attitude, I'm selfish. And I'm like, what are y'all watching that I didn't watch? Because I'm like, where was I walking on there with a stank attitude? Besides when I walked into the elimination, because I already knew what it was. So I'm like, don't bullshit, like get to the point. Sorry.
So you knew what it was.
I do cuss a lot. Sorry.
So you knew what it was when you went to the elimination.
Because at that point in the process, you know when you about to go home. Like if they're acting like they don't know, they know because they tell you, you might have a date today. You ain't doing nothing all day. And then all of a sudden you get a call. You're like, oh shit. And then of course the guys can't hold water. So they like, oh, we had men's lounge today. So I was like, oh shit. Now, not to be all like, I don't know how to say this without sounding because people already think I'm stuck up, but it's just like I never got a call on elimination day, so it caught me. I wasn't even dressed. I was like, "Bitch, who y'all calling?" I was like, "Wait a minute." I'm like, I just talked to my guys, and I'm like, "Hold on."
Right.
I'm thinking everything fine. Yeah, I was going in thinking a pep talk. I thought I was getting the pep talk. I thought it was literally the talk that Liz had got. I thought that's what I was beginning because I already knew they was mad about how slow that I respond. See, the show made it seem like I didn't call them back at all. No, I called them back. I just didn't answer the phone right when they called me because I literally had sometimes 2 dates in one day that I was filming. And it was a long ass day. So I'm not going to have my phone out every time, we're filming. So if I don't answer right away, I'm going to get back to you. They were just so child.
Because see, to me, that excuse as far as not calling back, it did seem like that seems such a small. So for you, when you react as far as like, oh, well, the two guys that to me, I even said myself, well, I don't understand why Ron was talking so much noise in the confectional, but when everything was going on, you was also contributing to her being eliminated. So I don't understand that. So that's what I
said to him too. I was like, dude, how we got this connection, but then you not even like, it didn't make any sense. It did not make any sense. And then you had what caught me off guard was when someone said she thinks it's all about her. So he planted that seed and everybody just ran with it. And I'm like, if I don't ever talk to you,
right?
How do you get that opinion on me if we never talk? Like I never went in there thinking it was all about me. I was mad at, and then what made me mad with what Joelle said about because I'm like, I have no problem with nobody spending time with their kids.
Okay.
And my question was just as valid as when Dietrich asked Vernisha if she had time to date, because she also said that she was busy or she's with her kids. And so he was like, well, do you have time to date? That's exactly what I was asking.
Remember that.
Because every time we talked, he was like, oh, I promise I'm going to take him to Chuck E. Cheese today. Or we're going to go here. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's nice. But I'm like, well, do you have time to date? Or, I wasn't asking like, hey, don't be with your kids. Come spend time with me.
Right. I mean, that's a valid question as a single woman. I do feel like if a person has children, you asking them, do you actually have time? I don't think should be taken offense, even though I don't know the content of the whole conversation, because I'm saying that you want to know, because yes, I'm not saying don't spend time with your children, but at the same time, if we're dating or you know each other, whatever, how can we do that if you don't have the time? So I want to know going in. So I actually do understand. I do get that. So you do kind of feel it was kind of like what had happened now, like as they say, when you was eliminated and you were the one that did not have the pep talk or whatever. Yeah. You had already made these connections, and for what you knew, it was good. So what do you think actually happened between the last time you talked to the guys and then this? Why did they back you up? What happened?
Well, of course, I don't think it was the guys.
Okay.
I don't think it was their decision. Yeah. But they also, because from what I was told from some of the guys is, of course, they're not showing the whole men's lounge of saying, because I was not the only one in the bottoms. And it was one person who was only on one person's top. And so, but apparently to stay, like to me, I was not treating this as a competition. I was actually really giving it an honest shot. So I'm like, I ain't about to, and then the whole thing, everybody was like, oh, she's always asking about who's your number one. I never wanted to ask that. They kept making me ask them because I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I know how he treats me. I'm not about to keep on asking this man that. And so it was pissing me off that they kept making me ask. And so, of course, if you don't get the answer you want to hear, now you're like, wait a minute.
Exactly.
What? How is that? That don't make no sense. If we acting like this over here, but you saying this, so now, I'm getting mad because I was like, wait a minute now. That was not the answer I was expecting because of how we communicate off of here. And they made it seem like Ron was saying that me and him never talk. We didn't talk all day on the phone. I'm not about to sit here with you on the phone for 3 hours. I don't have time to do that every day. But we did talk on the phone and we did text. And Ron made sure, because I told him I like good morning and good night text. And he made sure he did that every day, even if we did not talk or get a chance to have a whole conversation. So we did talk. I talked to AJ. Nobody knew that me and AJ had a connection. AJ was my top two. Ron and AJ, they was like this, neck and neck and nobody knew because I had 5 dates that they did not show. I went on 3 dates with Jason. They just showed one. They snuck it on the YouTube how they did the Troy date. And
I saw that.
Popped that up. I said, hell, I'm looking at it too like I was born. Because I'm like, me and Jason laughed on that day. We talked a lot. And I was like, they're really showing me saying 5 things. And then everybody's going off about oh, well, he asked her about her number ones and she didn't want to tell him. And I was like, yeah, because I did that with everybody. The only reason I asked Ron about his number ones, they kept on forcing, I think, because they wanted that action on TV.
Okay. That's what I was going to ask you.
I know number one and number two shit.
That's what I was going to ask you. Like, what was the deal with that? Because to everybody, the connection that everybody saw was with Ron, with Forrest.
That's it, right. I'm like, I didn't go on no dates with nobody that I asked to go on a date with.
Oh, wow.
Ever.
What do you think the reasons behind that?
Like,
why do you think that happened that way? What was the narrative that was trying to be spun in your opinion?
Yeah, I think they already had it made up in their minds who they wanted to be couples. I feel like if production just leave their hands out of shit and let people organically date, you would have people that last longer and couples that actually like each other. But you can't force me to like somebody. So you keep on putting me on these dates with people that I'm not asking you to go on a damn date with. Ron was the exception because we actually had a connection with on a date. So I was like, oh shit, he done moved up in my little thing. He wasn't even on the radar at first.
Right.
So that was a good thing. But then you never set me up like, I'm trying to go out with other people and I'm not getting them.
So as far as if you're on the show and you want to go out with a particular whoever, they'll straight up tell you no, I don't think it's a good idea, literally.
Oh no, they didn't say that.
Okay.
They don't tell you nothing.
That's interesting because that's the thing about it. A lot of people even typed recently that said if we can see the organic version of this, you know, the real or whatever you want to say, like that's what people want to. That gray area, they want to see that.
Like stop forcing stuff.
That's what we're missing out on. Is that real stuff? So,
like KG said it in his live the other day. He was like, "That's why those dates were happening off of camera." I didn't do that too much because we did get threatened. Like, if y'all go out and do stuff off camera, we're gonna take you off of the show. So I was like, well, shit, let me just follow the rules.
Wow.
And not, do shit that we're not supposed to do. But now I wish I would have just broke the damn rules and went out with the people who I went, because it probably would have.
It probably would have been. Well,
it might have been a little better.
Yeah. I mean, just people want to. The thing about it that they don't understand is that people want to actually see that. Right. They want to see it. They want to see that real stuff, even the bad, whatever, the drama. Because to me, I feel there's more drama with what you're doing outside of it. Like you say, that's what I feel like. I feel like they should have really did what you were exactly saying. Everybody was at the same thing. Can we see the real organic? Can we see what actually happened, even if they got into it or whatever it was? Not this. We feel like it's put together like clay, where we gonna mold this narrative, this person's character, because it turns into a scripted TV show.
That's what it feels like. It wasn't scripted, but it was definitely provoked.
Because they do tell you things to give you suggestions, but you guys feel you do it on the core. But if a producer's in your ear saying, "Hey, I think you should have blah blah blah," honestly, you're gonna probably do what the producer has suggested, because even though they outright say do it, you gonna in your mind you're gonna think I probably should do this because they suggested it. If it was me, I'm on the show, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Be in that position, I don't know. I haven't been in that position, so I don't know. So, because the thing you're presented as like, oh, she don't want relationships. I typed to a comment one time. I said, why do y'all say this? Is what I said to a comment in one of my chats. Why do y'all say she's want to be in a relationship? She's on a dating show. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
It
was a part of the conversation where me and KG were talking about, I forgot what we were talking about. I think he asked me when my last real relationship was, and I said something like 7 years ago, and he was like, why? And I was like, because I don't do relationships, right? Like, they took that as me saying I never will be in a relationship. And I'm like, no, that's just when my last one was, and between that time I was just not doing them. I'm chilling, living life, and now I want to get one. That's why I'm on here. To date something, different from what I normally date. And of course, the producers, everybody's in my ear like, well, we know these guys aren't your normal guys. Don't pick for me. Let me decide that. Let me see if I like this guy over here. Oh, I know they're not what I normally date. Hello, that's why I'm here. Let me change.
Exactly. Facts. Wow. Facts.
So the guys told me, they told him like, well, she's not really here for you. So that kind of like, so I'm like, how y'all gonna tell? They child.
What about the men's lounge conversation that really irritated you? That air, because I know that y'all watch this stuff kind of the first time like we do. So what really kind of like, I gotta say, piss you off about that episode?
Because they made it seem like that everybody wanted me gone, and that wasn't the case. They were discussing, she doesn't text us back right away. Yeah, that part, but it was no like, get her out of here. But they didn't show that. They just show, what they had to create the narrative to make it make sense for when I got eliminated. Because when I got eliminated, I was like, I hope y'all make it make sense. But now I see, because they didn't show me hardly at all anyway. So I said, well, it does make sense, because it looked like I don't have a connection with nobody except Ron. I actually had a few.
Several. And let me ask you a question. Are the guys not able to speak up as well to say something where it's like, okay, she's looking like she has a connection, but she's connected with me or whatever?
Apparently they said it. They just didn't air that.
Come on. Oh, man.
Apparently they said it. I have text messages. So,
they probably hit you up that night.
That's not what got aired, because of course it has to make sense when I get eliminated.
See, that's cold-blooded right there. I mean, that's cold-blooded, because we really did not get to see, and I've always said that. And I understand it is a job, it's entertainment. I do get that aspect of it. I get it. I get the coins, all these things. But at the same time, people do want to look a certain type of way. If they go back and look and say everybody's saying this, I can't imagine how you guys feel, because that's why I always fight and get mad about it. I say, we don't know. We're not in their shoes. We're only seeing one side of the story.
Yeah.
It's assumed because the TV show it's bites. And I said, that's not really fair to that person who has to get off the TV and then go home and have a family or whatever job and have to deal with coworkers even. I couldn't imagine going back to my job after doing this. I think about that all the time. I could just, people saying this and that. I'd be wanting to get mad.
They're mean. People are mean online. I was like, I'm barely on there, but you came to this conclusion. Like, one person was like, oh my God, I got that only child syndrome. And I was like, I'm not an only child. Like, y'all making up shit in your head. Oh, she didn't know her dad. I said, I didn't know my biological father. I grew up with a dad. Like, y'all are assuming shit because they're not playing the whole conversation. Me and Chris talked about all that. Like, my mom was in the military. I'm a Navy kid. I have lived everywhere. I move around every 4 years. I don't sit still. So it's like, how y'all come up with all this stuff off of like 2 little sentences?
See, that's right there crazy. I'm a bit kids.
She don't have a personality. If I didn't have a personality, the guys wouldn't have kept me there. But she thinks she is. Where have I walked in and was just like, I'm the shit. Here I am. Come here.
I never got that. I don't know. It's something when that whole thing with and I even challenged the men about it. The freaking frack. I challenged the men about it.
I don't even know how we got that name.
But I said sisterhood versus brotherhood. And I asked, what was the difference? Because you found brotherhood and everything else. I said, we'll be different with the women. I really want to challenge it, because why is it a bad thing that ladies who, for once, women of color are not, they beefing or fighting, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
It's positive. I never understood the negative. I don't
understand it either. And the crazy thing about that law was, that seed was planted, so of course everybody just ran with it. That's funny. 2 seeds planted. But I probably saw Stacy maybe 3 times that night, and by the time I saw her, we all was drunk. That we were by the bar. The first time I saw her is when they told me to go over and talk to Tommy with her. Other than that, I was not even with Stacy the whole time, because they had us going over here, go talk to him. Okay, have a conversation. Okay, now go over here and talk to him. Go move him from her and you talk to him now.
So what we see as viewers, is what they put together, because they're telling you guys to go over here and talk to everybody else.
Yes.
We look at you guys as judgment. We judge, or not, I won't say we judge. I'm just saying it's just being honest. People judge.
Yeah.
But it's basically the clay I was saying put together by the producers that put on screen. And y'all might necessarily want to put that out there, but like you said, they take pieces of the conversation and all these things.
I was like, damn, we was not even together the whole night. And this clip is making it look like we're together the whole night. And somebody has said it too. Like, oh, they were together too much. What? Was not together.
That was said. That was. And
That
it
was
seems like,
it.
well, look, like I told you guys, whenever you look,
Girl.
okay. When you, I know what you're doing. When you in the room when the guys are talking, or the women are talking, if one person say, "Well, ooh, I don't like her," "Ooh, I don't like him," then everybody joins in and say, "Well, you know what? We had a conversation." Blah blah. I'm like, damn. So
Right.
it's like,
It's
don't say
one
right.
person plants seed, and then poof, it just goes.
Right. So it's like you really, I don't know. It's with also with the men speaking when you heard them talking in the room. What did you think should have happened differently? Because you were surprised about who all were involved. They were saying they wanted you to be eliminated or whatever, and so was the audience because the connection we thought you had with a particular two men. So, what do you think? Why was that even? Do you understand? Did you get a confirmation of why that went that way?
I think it was just cut out because it had to make it make sense when I did get eliminated. So they're not going to show everything that everybody said, because then when I get eliminated, the viewers are going to be like, well, why did she get eliminated then if that's not how everybody felt? So that's how that was.
I have always said when I watch these shows, and I've never wanted to defend no producer or anybody else, but I've always said, even to every show I've ever done coverage over, I have said that whenever, even if it was a weird island dating show, that they already know the two that's going to be the winner at the very end. I've always said that. I've always said they know the two that will be the winners at the end. Everybody else is just for the TV show.
We just here. Like, I was getting mad because I was like, why y'all not putting me on no group dates? I want to go have fun. I want to go do stuff. And one of them was like, we just want you to be dressed up pretty. We're just going to put you on single dates. Why? I want to go do shit with the other castmates too. Like, why y'all keep putting me on these solo dates?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So you kind of knew.
Because I'm like, I want to go and do all that fun stuff like that everybody else is doing. I never had a group date until the salsa date, which was damn near towards the end. Oh, they didn't show another group date we had, because we had a little jacuzzi date at Ron's house, but they didn't show that.
That's interesting. So what was the goal, do you think, for you? As far as, I mean, you said you, and
let me tell you about the the club scene, since everybody want to talk about my little cat suits.
That would be the next thing. Yes.
I was dressed appropriately for the club. Nobody knew. You couldn't even tell that I had those slits. It didn't go all the way up, but you didn't even know that there was cutouts on that until I actually got up to move. Ron didn't even see that shit until I sat down. First, second, I did not know I was going to meet his friends.
Oh, wow.
All they told me was, you got a group date at the club. I'm thinking, yes, finally, group date with the cat. And they was like, wear a cat suit. I was like, okay.
Wait a minute.
They have been begging me, girl, to wear a cat suit for the whole fucking filming. So finally, I was like, but it was always inappropriate time. So finally, when I was like, okay, where are we going today? And I was like, oh, a club. I was like, fine, I'll finally wear one today. I didn't know I was going to meet friends. I didn't know Alexis was going to be there. I didn't even know Ron was going to be there. All I knew was group date at the club. So I was like, cool, we about to have fun. And then I get there, I'm like, who are these people? Now, mind you, I was there first. Alexis wasn't there yet. So I'm talking to the friends. I had a whole conversation with them. All them questions that she answered, I had already answered those. So by the time she got there, I didn't have to say shit because they already asked me. So now I'm listening to you answer. And then the thing that they cut off the whole conversation with the guy when he asked me, oh, do you want to have kids? And I'm like, yeah, I'm open. They cut it off. I also said, if my husband wants kids, he's getting kids. But if he don't want kids, cool.
Right.
It ain't gonna bother me either way. We talked about the cooking thing. Me and the homeboy was real cool. We was talking about we was laughing at some shit that had happened the night before.
See,
going out because we went on an illegal date, but
I'm just
people don't know. So we were just cracking up about that. And by the time y'all saw that scene, we was drunk by then. Like,
okay.
And when they made it seem like I left, I did not leave in the middle. When Alexis was talking, I was still there. They cut me off. If you screenshot it, look in the mirror, you're gonna see the back of my damn head. I was there the whole time that she
don't think I won't go back and look for it.
Say all of that shit. I was there the entire day.
Oh
Alexis
my
left
God.
2 seconds after me. I didn't leave before her. I didn't leave and just because they were asking me questions. No, I was there the whole time.
That's crazy. That is crazy because and that
it pisses me off going back to watch it.
And I can understand why, because when we all watch it, it's like, to me, when she said, "Look what you got on,"
Yeah.
I was like, to me, remind me, and I said this all the time, like old school, someone telling you, "Look at your outfit's inappropriate," or whatever. But it does, irritate me a little bit that you telling me that they suggested you to wear that, because if you
Yeah.
had known that you were going to meet family or
I didn't know I was
friends,
going to no friends.
that's cold blooded, man. That's cold blooded.
Apparently, she knew everything.
Oh wow.
Because Ron texted me after because he was pissed. He was like, "I feel like this was a setup." He was like, "Did you know this about to happen?" I was like, "No." And he was like, "That's crazy." He's like, "Because she was privy to all of it."
You tell me Alexis knew everything before.
So I was like, "Wow, that's fucked up." But I was like, "I don't care. Like, I'm glad your friends were there. They were cool. I met them." I was like, "But that's fucked up that I didn't know that I was coming to meet your friends." I might not have worn a little cat suit with the cutouts. I might have just wore, a regular one.
Right.
But they asked me to wear one. And I was like, "Well, this is cute. It's long sleeve. It's turtleneck."
So,
Yeah.
wow. They wanted you to wear, because to me, it's like, I feel like if I'm going to meet somebody and if I'm able to wear cat suit, whatever, then they going to make me I'm going to wear what I want to wear. And I get it. But if they're suggesting that to you, that says something. Like, is it an ulterior motive? I don't understand that. Like, what's the purpose of telling you to wear that? And then this whole scene is set up.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think she would know about that, about them telling you what to wear. I don't know. But that's a little. Somebody in the chat saying that's not fair. Someone said in the chat that's not fair. It's not. I need everybody to hit that like button for me, please, really quick. I got 15 thumbs up, and this woman's in here telling the tea, and y'all coming with that. Y'all need to hit the like button real quick for me, please.
I'll definitely give you more tea when everything. You're not about to have me out here looking crazy like I'm just some boring ass, like
ain't nothing about her boring.
Right. And I'm like, no, it's more to this. Y'all didn't see half of the freaking dates I went on. And I just hate how they cut them up to make it look like I'm not talking. I talk too damn much sometimes. I have to be quiet. But y'all can't be fun of me because I didn't know that I be whatever I be doing in my mouth. I didn't know I do that. I think I'm trying to not because I talk really loud, and so I don't want to say it's because of that side. They hate girl when I mention Italian. I'm like, I probably said that 3 times. That's it, and they took that shit and ran with it like I've said it every freaking time. I never brought that shit up. The only time somebody asked me about my background. I don't go around like, if you ask anybody, just like, I'm black. Like, when you hear me talk, I don't sound Italian. I sound black.
Well, you do, and the Italian thing. Me myself, I kept looking for it because to me, never gave me that. I didn't like hear you say it but once. So people are making I didn't see it.
That shit. Oh, she's just saying that. She thought that was gonna keep her because she mixed. Girl, bye.
Oh, well, I didn't see that. Wow. Okay.
Bye.
That is insane. They be doing too much. Someone asked, will you be back on here after the reunion? That was a plan anyway, which I don't know.
Whoever this is, Nightbot. Who's Nightbot?
Oh no, not Nightbot. Just a generic thing I made up. But Janika Thompson in chat said that.
This is how I always act. They didn't show that to y'all. I am crazy. Like, I'm funny. That's why the guys liked me, because they like, your ass, like, you don't act how you look, like you real cool, you down to earth. Yes. I like sports. I fucking wake up watching ESPN. Like,
a man love that. Now come on, like sports too.
I might tell your ass more. I know what's going on when I watch the game.
Wow, like, is that football or baseball?
Like, I'm cool. That's why it was pissing me off when they're showing me and everybody's like, she's dry. Get her out of here. Okay. Luckily, at this stage in my life, I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say, because I'm still
a lot more depth to you, and then they weren't showing it.
Sorry for the curse words, but I'm gonna be cussing. Look, I can't help it.
Hit that Cash App community review, because this video probably won't be monetized.
Yeah,
but real talk, they didn't. There's more depth to you, a lot more depth to you, and they weren't showing it, which is unfortunate.
I totally forgot that I was supposed to fall in love within 3 to 5 business days. So that was my fault. Because I was treating guys how I treat guys in real life. You're not about to whisper no sweet nothings to me and think I'm just gonna fall for the shit. I'm not gonna be like, oh, okay, you my man now. No. Your actions need to show it. So that's how I was treating them. You're not about to get no different treatment I had if I would have just took it as a game, how people are thinking, oh, they just on here. Then I could have made it to the end if I would have just played the game, but I didn't know that that's what we were supposed to be doing. I really thought that we were supposed to actually try to date these people.
Let me ask you a question. If you were to say that the final couple that's left in the house to battle, so to speak, who do you think it would be, in your opinion? Honestly.
Wait, who?
You know, they always have like a final 2 or final 3 or whatever.
Oh,
it is.
yeah.
Yeah. So the final 2, huh?
What do you mean?
The final 2 that end ready to love. You know, don't it be like the final 2 couples?
Yeah, like 2 or 3 couples left.
Yeah. So I'm saying the final 2 couples. Who do you think would be left in the house?
Girl.
Your face. Jesus.
Well, since I'm not there,
look. Oh Lord, my stomach.
Have to choose now.
Yeah, oh my God, Jesus.
Well, we know Kyra. I know Kyra is gonna. She got her hands full right now. So I'm over here looking too, like, who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Kyra and Liz, like, what y'all gonna do? I'm like, so I don't know. I can't say that. I don't know who would battle that. That's all I really see.
I don't know. The episode, the preview that we see. I don't know. I usually can guess, but I can't because it's like some stuff could be happening with David and Liz. We was like, oh, what's going on?
Yeah, I was watching that too. Like, ooh, I'm going. I was like, I hate to leave, but I'm kind of glad I'm gone now. Like, good riddance. Shit. Don't be nice. You look.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I feel like a lot of these men, they thought they were the prize.
Say it again. Oh,
I think some of these men thought that they were the prize. And so they didn't really want to work. Like for me, why is it a problem that you have to work for me? But when one of the other girls want to make you work, it's not a problem. It's only a problem because I'm saying you got to put in work. Why? Oh, you want to keep it safe, right? You want to pick the one that you're 100% that you know is going to choose you. They didn't know if I was going to choose them or not. And I think that's what the problem was.
Now, I want to open the floor to anybody in the chat that has any questions that are in the chat. Members, if you're in the chat, y'all have any questions in the chat, y'all type in the chat, please. Because this lady do got to get on her job, and she's giving me a lot of tea.
We got to fly out. I have fun. I wish I could talk to you all day, girl. But
she's like, we
gotta wait for it to go off, and then I can really.
I'm waiting for that. I just want we can.
Shit, I got it.
We gave a little bit. Get a little bit over here.
You need.
Look.
I just had to let y'all know. Y'all about to have me looking crazy.
You got any questions in the chat? Oh, Stacey B said that part. If you got any questions in the chat, come on, y'all, because she got to get up off of here. So y'all gonna in the missing now. Y'all gonna save it for next time. But a quick tea. Okay, hold on. I know it's kind of
me and freaking Frack ain't always together. She ain't even here right now.
I don't know. People are so corny with that. Like I do that even if I didn't watch TV. I mean, who would you think they always together? They're grown women.
Right.
I don't know that. Oh,
the ones who needed to get in touch with me, they got in touch with me.
They're just corny with that. I know the YouTube is kind of delayed, so y'all go in the missing out on the questions. Everybody just saying, oh, okay. Later class is asking, would you do reality TV again?
You know, I'm torn because I said to myself, now after I did this and going and back and watching it, I'm not going to be so quick to judge people on these other shows because I see how they did me. So I'm like, damn, I'm over here not liking somebody. And it's probably totally different than what they're showing us. Now, I think I would like to do like more of a like, I mean, I don't really want to be on Housewives, but I would like to do something like that where you're with friends and y'all are doing stuff, you know, daily and trips and all that stuff. Like I wouldn't mind probably doing like a little show like that, but I don't know.
See, I want y'all to get on something like Big Brother or something. I want y'all to get on
Big Brother.
Yes,
you know, I didn't know the concept of that. I just know they in a house.
Are you serious? That's like, oh my God. Well, you're gonna see me go insane about that.
Know what I just watched? I just watched The Circle.
Yes.
And I was like, "Ooh, I like that." I was like, I wonder if I go out here, I said I could do stuff.
You could actually sign up for that. You can sign up for that. Hey,
we're doing stuff like not.
I keep you abreast about that because you can sign up pretty early. You might be able to sign up right now for next season. I'm serious.
What?
Like, for the circle.
Oh, for real? Oh.
And Big Brother's already coming on, so it's kind of too late because it starts in June. But
what do they do? Like what is the point of Big Brother? Like, what is it?
Big Brother?
Everybody out the house?
No, it's a competition, and the show comes on 3 times a week. I think you make 1,000 episode. I can't remember, but I'm sorry. You vote head household. Per head household nominate 2 people in the house, and then the house votes one out. But you have a power of veto. You have an opportunity to save yourself off the block. I mean, it's everything.
But why they vote them out?
Because you want to get to the money. The less people at the end, the last 2, you get to the grand prize money. Plus, you make money on every episode. It's a lot of coins in that show. Yeah, I'm so serious. It's a lot of coins. I'm telling you. But okay, we got a member that asked the question. It says Evita says, "Who are your top picks from day one at the mansion?"
Oh, at the mansion. So my top picks at the mansion were David, because y'all didn't see that. Me and David was together like damn near that whole time. He was my number one. AJ was up there, and then funny enough, Troy. Before I went to the house.
Who was that said? Oh wait, she said, "Is somebody born?" Who'd you ask? Was somebody born? I missed it. Oh, Lady Class said, "Is Chris really boring?" Oh, that's messed up. Oh, Chris the man.
No, he's not boring. We had good conversation. It just never got romantic.
Okay, that's understandable. Well, I don't know why she said. Well, people did kind of add, "Was he boring?" But I mean,
no, he wasn't boring to me. He's funny as hell.
He's a trip. I love the deep voice. I swear it gets all the every time. Love his voice. Okay, anybody got any more questions? Because we're going to wrap this up so she can go and get to her job. Hold on, I'm double check. Hey, Pandy.
I'm dressed. I just got to take this shirt off and put my dress on.
Bright Star says Big Brother. Yes, Big Brother is a huge social game. Maintain alliances and win comps.
Okay.
You got to win competitions and money competitions.
Like, did they do something or you just? I don't know.
Oh, Big Brother is like the best. Oh,
Lord. I'm having binge watch it.
Yes, please, because the new show comes on in June, and for the first time in 20 years, it's going to be people of color 50% for the first time. It took 20 years. It's sad because it's kind of sad to take that long, but still.
Me and Frack might have to come out with a show. Y'all gonna watch it?
Oh, now look, if freaking Frack watch the show, everybody in the chat, everybody that's watching it right now, let me know what you watching.
They have to come out with a show. My drink of choice is champagne. I love champagne.
Let me find the Instagram. They got their Instagram. I need to post that.
I know. I haven't even been. We be out and we just be living life that we forget to take the pictures. And so I'm like, shit, we haven't posted no pictures. We got 3 pictures out there. I'm gonna get it together. Don't worry.
Well, y'all need to add those Instagram, the one that y'all have together, to y'all channels as well under the description. So it's a link they can click on whenever they come to your channel. I also have her Instagram floating in the link. Make sure y'all go and follow her Instagram and her Twitter. I'll post all that in the description.
Don't worry.
I'll put all that in the description as well. Some of my eye dog on it. But anyway, look, she will be back. Hold on. Who else got a bad edit? Wait a minute. After watching the show, who has got a bad edit or is different than what we see? Mainstream beauty. You know how I feel about this, how I feel about reality TV. And I call it fake reality.
Yeah,
because it's reality TV, but I say it's scripted. The original reality TV, the original real world, the first 2 years probably was real. After that, it was more.
After that, it's like, and the only reason I went on here because I had never heard of the show. I never my best friend submitted me because she wanted to go on here, and I was like, "What, girl? I'm private. I don't want to go on here." And I was like, "Fuck it, I'll do it." But I went and binge watched, and I watched the first season. And I was like, "Wow, this seems like a nice show."
This is the last question I'm gonna ask you.
The first season.
This is the last question I'm gonna ask from the chat because it's already getting too close to time for to go. Little Baby said, "Was there an actual beef between you and Alexis, or was that made up for drama? I did understand a lot of her commentary that made it seem like she was measure up to you." I didn't get that, but you want to answer that, ma'am? I don't know if she wants to answer.
I need to my mouth. Is it going sideways?
Well, that question I was not going to ask, but it was the only. I said I was going to pull one person from the
I
chat
don't
to
know
ask.
anything. Who? I don't even know that. What was that name? Oh no, I don't know.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Hold on. Let me get my.
I didn't see the question. What was the question?
Do anybody have anything else they want to add in the chat? Because this is it with Miss Lady right here. I can't.
My
Okay.
ponytail is too tight, girl. This ponytail is too tight. I didn't have a beef.
Let's see. I love everybody. Somebody said great answer. Oh, lash link. Wait, what? Lash blink. So
they're just too big. Yeah, I was talking about.
Oh my God, my stomach hurt.
You need help. Blink twice.
That looks dope. I don't take it. They don't have. Look, that's her answer. I'm gonna go with that. Period. Okay. So hey, we all know how production and editing goes. So we already know what that is already, in which they all have said that as well. So we know we can't take everything for what we see, and that's just how it goes. Period. They go show what they want to show us, entertain us, but we cannot make that whole person, that person we see on the screen. Is more to them, is more depth. It really is.
Gotcha.
So she'll be back again after the reunion, because I can tell by the view and people in the chat, 50 people in this chat, they love you. Real.
Oh, thank y'all. I love y'all too.
So actually 56 now.
Get a chance and seeing the real me. I'm sorry that they did not portray it on the screen how I had hoped, but you know, it is what it is.
We're gonna have her back on so she can say what else she had said. This is part 1.
Yes, because we still got what I think 3 or 4 episodes left.
Yeah,
I feel like this season went by really fast.
It really did. It really did.
I feel like it went by so much faster than the rest of them. So I'm like, dang, we in love already? Like we can't. I didn't pick. I'm sorry. I didn't pick.
I need everybody hit that like button real quick, please.
I got punished. That was my fault.
So we'll have you back on, Mama. I'm gonna have the thing about it. I do love all y'all. Seriously, that's a real thing for me. It's because y'all been so supportive to my channel. It's not even funny. So I do love all y'all. So I look forward to having you back on, because somebody's in the chat that can't really see back on here after the reunion. I believe she's really gonna spill it. It's gonna be some. She spilled a lot today, but she's gonna probably spill a whole lot more. So let's let little mama go back, so she's gonna get her work.
Get up and get on this plane.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate you coming on here and spilling a little bit of tea. And I can't wait to have you on here again. And with that being said, we out. That's the end.
Bye.